up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do.
Okay guys, we are doing a murder mystery night where we have to dress up as cowboys and we've been giving characters.
Eddie, my name's Sheriff Kingston.
My brother put this thing online and like it gives you all characters and you got to dress like your character, and I'm a girl that wants to be a boy or wants to dress
Like a boy.
I'm a girl that dresses like a boy, so this is me.
I'm a law and order here around here
Where's
in
your
Death Star,
sheriff badge?
Tennessee. Oh shit, where the hell is your sheriff badge? Where's all the stuff?
You're supposed to be the
But
sheriff.
this is not good.
And I've got a fake gun.
Mum, where's my sheriff badge?
He's got a sheriff's badge on now.
I'm a law, the order, and the executioner around these parts.
One of their days is gonna be there.
Keep in mind that there was a terrible crowd getting through the door. Remember, what I'm saying is you need to pretend like this might help you find out who the murderer is, because they've got information. Keep in mind that there was a terrible crowd getting through the door. Anybody could have hung back and not be missed. I reckon y'all better study this here map of the saloon. I'll give you in a minute, Mum. And then take some time saying howdy to each other, following the instructions in your character guides. I'll be back in a jiffy with some more news.
Can we turn the page now?
Okay guys, murder mystery night is over. Just thought while I am doing my TPN I would catch up with you. So I can't remember if I've ever really explained to you guys before the reasons why I have not shown like the full TPN process of me doing it myself. So I was first signed off in December 2022 or January 2022, so not too long after I had already been sort of discharged from hospital. Reason being of not showing it is because every single hospital in the UK, I don't know how it works in any other countries, if any of you guys are from America or anywhere else, every single hospital in the UK has different procedures on how to do your TPN, which honestly blows my mind, like considering the fact that everything is run by the NHS, which is our National Health Service. But all should be under the same umbrella. It blows my mind that every single hospital has signed off different ways of doing your TPN, that they're all okay. Like, surely it should just be like one standard sort of procedure for all. But basically, I was trained by my TPN team at Preston, and then that was to disconnect. And then when I was at home, my home care company, which is called Kalea, trained me on the Preston protocol on how to connect myself to TPN that way. So they have to do a lot of training with you and basically sign you off. So I wouldn't be able to do my own TPN if I wasn't signed off. So it's obviously a very, very, very strict procedure. You have to be so careful of what you're doing. Like, I'm so used to it now that it is kind of like second nature, but at the same time, I am also still so wary and so careful about everything. Like, I know that if I'm ever too tired, I wouldn't even attempt to do it. If I'm not feeling very well, I just wouldn't do it. I would either have help, or if I'm not feeling so great that day, I don't know how to explain it, but I just manage it in my own way. If I know I'm not so great, like I run it for a bit longer so I have time to disconnect the next day, etc. But yeah, the reason why I haven't shown you how to do it is because there's so many different procedures on how to do it correctly. Everybody has different types of pumps, everybody has different types of TPN, and I just feel like if I showed you the way I do it, don't get me wrong, like probably like 90% of you would be supportive and like interested and stuff like that, but I do feel like there would be that like slight 10% that would be like, you're doing that wrong, you're supposed to do it this way, like don't touch that before you do you know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like I'm not in the right headspace to be able to handle like negativity. Like, I'm trying so unbelievably hard to basically keep as positive as possible. So that is the main reason, to be completely honest with you. I just feel like I can't really deal with the negativity right now, and I just feel like I also know that I still struggle with some form of like, I always don't like saying it, but obviously I was diagnosed with PTSD, so I know that me doing my TPN is still quite a trigger for me. It still reminds me of the hospital, it's still things like that. So I always do things to distract me when I'm doing my TPN, either watching something or filming something. But I feel like if I was to get like comments saying you should do that this way or do it that way, I don't know if I'd be able to like handle thinking that I'm doing something wrong, if that makes any sense. But I feel really confident on it now. Things have been going on recently that haven't been great. So basically my mum and brother and James are going to be getting trained on how to do it. So that if there are any times that I am maybe not well or I can't do it myself, then they'll be able to help me. But I do feel like one day I might be in the headspace to be able to show you. But just to fill you in, we've done the murder mystery party. That was so funny and so good. We've kind of stayed in tonight. So I'm just doing my TPN now, so we've finished it, and everyone will be going home soon. So that's why I'm doing my TPN now. I was going to do it earlier, but we just didn't really have the time. That's the only frustrating thing about being on TPN, is like you have to time it with everything you're doing. So like, say for example, we're doing something tomorrow at a certain time, I have to think to myself, right, when I do my TPN, how long do I need to run it for? Because whenever that finishes, I need to be in a situation where I can disconnect it quite quickly. Like, you can't leave it too long sat in your line. So when we was in America, it was quite a challenge, but we always just basically work backwards. So we think like, right, if I'm doing something at this time, what time I need to put my TPN on the night before, things like that. But just priming my line now and getting all of the air out. Like I said, I do feel like I will be in a position one day to show you the way that I've been taught. But yeah, it is a very strict process and strict protocol, and obviously there are so many risks in being on TPN, and I still can't believe that I'm even on it, to be completely honest with you. Like, I feel like all of my vlogs that I recorded, like when I was getting my JTube cited and things like that, it feels like a lifetime ago. I never in my whole entire life would have thought that I would have ever been on TPN, like ever. I remember watching like all these other YouTubers like that was on TPN at the time, and I just couldn't believe that it was even a thing. Like, I'd never even really heard of it before, and watching them, they was quite confident to be able to set it up, and just watching them do that, I don't know, I just never thought that it would ever be something that I'm on, and unfortunately it is. But I have hope that one day I'll come off it, but as of right now there is no needs on that. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little quick update. Not so far off finishing now. Obviously had to take my wig off to connect to TV. I always tie my hair back and just make sure that there's nothing in my face, because once I've started I can't really touch my hair or anything. So yeah, I'll have to leave this recording for quite a while because I'm not going to be able to touch my phone until I've finished. So yeah, I'll probably catch up with you in the next couple of days with what we're doing and how things are going. But as of right now, it's pretty much TPN then bedtime. Nothing better about when you finish your TPN and you can take them gloves off and you're like now it's done. Like, once you're connected and your line is closed, you're all good. And you're like, now I can touch whatever. Like, so basically my line's connected to my TPN now. So, oh, that's confusing. That's the line I took off because I was connected, and as soon as it finished I went back on. Let me put that back on the shirt. This is my new one. That's like a closed line now, so like there's no possible way that I could get like an infection from what I'm doing. However, I have been told, which kind of freaks me out a bit, that basically because there's so much sugar in the bags, sometimes it can create bacteria and go in your line, so you can do everything you possibly can to prevent sepsis, but it can just happen depending on the bag. I'm not really sure. But when I finish my TPN and I can take my boots off and it's like I'm done now, like I can breathe. It just feels like such a task. And I have to pick up 1,000,001 things from the floor because I just basically rip and drop things on the floor because it's too difficult to put things in a bin. But yeah, long story short, this whole conversation, maybe one day I will feel comfortable to show you the whole process of how I've been trained and how I do it. But as of right now, especially when I've only just come back on YouTube and I'm still in the healing process of multiple things, I don't feel like I can show you just yet, which I'm sorry about. But I need to take my whole TPN out of this rucksack, which is really frustrating. The fact that, not frustrating, but because I've had to go into a bigger bag, my bag is bigger and heavier and clumpier. I used to have that little blue one, I don't know if you remember because you've not really seen me like in like a year, so you might not even know, but I had this little kid's backpack because it's the only one that I could handle, but now I've got this massive fat ass black one that can hold like 2,500 millilitres. This is what the TPN looks like when it's finished actually. I'll just show you. So that's the size of my bag. Like prior to the mills going in, I'd say that my bag was like that big, whereas now it's just like extra one, but that makes a difference. There's always a tiny bit left in the bag, and now that doesn't mean that I've not had what I'm supposed to. You basically have this thing called KLO, I can't remember, I'll have to find out. But you can basically have this thing set at the end of your pump, so once it's finished it will like drip in like every 10 minutes. So like if you don't disconnect as soon as it's finished, it like keeps your line open. So that's why there's always a little bit extra TPN in, just in case you can't disconnect straight away. It kind of just keeps your line open, so that's why there's always extra. But basically that is empty now, so that can go straight in the bin. And there is so much rubbish after every single use of TPN. That is just from one connection. Crazy. But yeah, I have to now put this big TPN in my bag along with this. So when I first connect it, it is super heavy. And when we was on holiday, my dad used to walk down the street holding my backpack while I walked down the street.
Realised by this time that the coach is fitted with seat belts. It's one of the first things I always say when we get on, because if they do a spot check on the coach, any of the civil guards, it would be an instant fine of €200. Oh yeah. So we want to cut that tonight. Now these festivities actually run throughout 10 days, and today is the 9th day. It ends tomorrow. So what always happens is second half of September, and more than 4,000 Cartagena residents take part in this representation. That's just the people themselves from the town. Now all this began in 1990.
Everyone, please ignore the state of me. It is the night before we are due to leave for home, and everything is just always hectic, like the day before we're going home from holiday, because this is my mum's and dad's place. Like we have to do like a lot more stuff than you would normally do, like if you was like living in a hotel. Like there's loads of cleaning we need to do, like ready for the next guest, all that type of stuff. I just wanted to do a quick catch up to really, like, I've been awful at attempting to make this my first vlog where I was going to record everything. I think one, because I'm not used to like sort of being in the flow with vlogging anymore. Like I keep thinking, right, I'm going to pick my camera up, do a bit of stuff, and then I literally like have my camera in my hand and just freeze, and it's like I don't know what to do. I don't know how to explain it, but like I've just lost all confidence in everything. I think it's just going to take me a while to get back like to semi like normal vlogs, but I'm hoping that by the time you end up actually seeing this, like I will be so much more like better at it, because I've got so many vlogs to post that by the time you guys watch this, it will probably like be a few months in the past, if that makes sense. So that was number one reason for it. And then I would say number two, probably three reasons actually. Number two is because I've been struggling really badly with like my head. Like this holiday has been trying to like heal from my anxiety and like trying to learn to control it and like deal with like going out again and stuff like that. So that's been like another impact on it. And three, this has been our first family holiday without my dad, which hasn't been nice. So this place, like these apartments and being in this location, like it's literally my childhood. We've been coming here as a family since 2006, like every year, minus COVID and things like that in 2022. Let's not talk about that year. But yeah, so that has been challenging in itself. I'm not going to go too much and unpack that yet. But yeah, so that has been like another impact on it. Anyway, I picked up my camera because I just wanted to quickly tell you, because this is obviously their place and we come back quite a lot, we can leave stuff here. So what I tend to do when I come here is bring like extra supplies of stuff, just in case for any reason like I get on my flight and they lose my medical bag. Like what actually would I do apart from go home? So I bought a box this time while I was here. I just wanted to quickly show you like what I packed. So basically I've got another box that's just got like random stuff in, like bikinis and like cards and stuff like that. But I have actually got a box this time because all my TPN stuff that I left was like in a bag. And I just thought this deserves a box because this is a big part of my life. So I just wanted to quickly show you that. So basically this is a box. So what I've basically got in there is, I think that I've counted and I've got 10 dressing packs. I've got like loads of alcohol wipes, given sets, they're all under there so you can't really see them. I've got like a spare pack of wipes, they're on my given set, spare gloves, they're my alcohol wipes. I've got hand sanitizer, I've got spare bionectars, like loads of Kuros caps, UV bags, syringes, and then I've also got some NFIT stuff as well, obviously because I've got a J-tube. But I've just basically kept all them in there as like emergency, obviously, for any reason I need them, they're here. But obviously these all have dates on them, which I'm not sure if you knew that. Like even though it's literally like this, for example, is just a dressing set. Like it's literally just a plastic, like a towel and some plastic stuff in it, packed in like an aseptic way. But it's got an expiry date on there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is far away, but I obviously wouldn't be able to like rely on these and keep these here for years for any reason. So probably every time I come, I'll probably like replace them, or like maybe like every year or something. But things like flushes or anything that's got any type of like fluid in it, really, I've not really put in here, only because you're supposed to keep it under a certain amount of degrees, and I just feel like being here in a top cupboard, like this is the bedroom and like they literally like go up there in a locked cupboard, so like none of the guests can go in there. So I just feel like being in there like flushes, like it's not very safe. So I just wanted to show you that anyway. I've also got some fluids which I'm not going to keep here because I feel like that would be so unsafe, like honestly. And I can't remember what the temperature has to be, but yeah, I brought them just in case, and I always bring them as an emergency just in case for any reason like my TPN's ruined or anything like that. But yeah, so it's our last night tonight and I'm not sure what we're doing, but we're going to be going out soon. I'm already connected to my TPN, so I'm going to have a nice net outfit on tonight and have this attached to me at the same time, which is great.
It isn't hard to tell what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over.
Okay, just about to head out. Just outfit of the day. I've literally got like a little skirt on with a top, and there is literally no way that this can be hidden apart from the fact I've got a big denim jacket which I'm going to wear because it's not the warmest right now. Still getting used to the hair, and I'm still getting used to like how to actually style it. I feel like I need some tips. I keep watching YouTube videos but it's not getting any easier. So yeah, I've got this on, and this little dude's got to come with me also. Look like I'm about to go on a hike.
I thought we had one, and I feel like about 10. So God knows if this video's going to get finished. What?
So this is the size of your vodka.
All right, yeah. Look. Neat.
There you go.
My God.
So I've just got my last TPN out because it's the last night of the holiday. And my mum has just been really strong and put this back in. This is where it lives. You're strong, aren't you, Mum?
Very.
But this little shed basically, I can't really show you very well because there's loads of washing up, but this little shed is in the other apartment which I've shown you before. And usually we keep it under there, but this one I need to use tonight, so that's why I put it away.